What's going on, guys? Chris here with Cali Moto TV. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the final ride of 2024. So let's go for a ride, talk about the year, and then talk about next year. That's right, it's the final video of 2024, and by the time most of you probably watch this, it might be 2025. I'm going to try to plan the upload so it's just before midnight East Coast time, and obviously if you're anywhere overseas, it'll be well past the New Year's. So if that's the case, Happy New Year to you all. A ton of wind noise, but it's real. What a year 2024 has been. I tell you what, guys, we've done a lot, reviewed a lot of bikes, done a lot of riding. I tried some car content, YouTube, and most of you didn't like it. So there won't be any more car content, at least not for this channel. But there are a lot of bikes we did ride, and like I said, I made a video about what I'm excited for in 2025. In the list of the V2, the KTM, which we'll see how that goes given their predicament they're in. And the Yamaha R9, you know, hopefully get to test all those out. Again, we'll see what the KTM ends up being. Obviously, we still have the V4R. You know, my plan, I think back in April, was to sell this so I could do a build, because I do want to bring DIY stuff back to the channel because I just don't do a ton of it. And as I finish my master's degree, which will be this year, you know, I'll have a little bit more time to dedicate to doing a build or something along those lines. Now I will be fairly busy getting prepped to apply for doctorates because more school, but you know, that's months down the road, and I can definitely work in more of the content. I didn't sell the V4R. It wasn't because I didn't want to. I mean, I don't really want to. I love this bike, but the used market and people's view of what this bike is worth, I don't know. They're a little diluted, and maybe I am too. But you know, I'm not just gonna let it go for 25. That's just madness. But anyways, obviously still here, which hindered the build. I am thinking still the build. I'm also thinking of the Street Fighter, the new 2025 Street Fighter. I kind of, after riding that V4S, if the Street Fighter has that same technology, which it's supposed to, that's the bike I want to get, because it's just an all-around good riding bike. And something I don't do a lot with this bike is go on longer rides, because it's just not the right bike for it. So to close out 24, obviously we do our usual cruise like I'm doing now. With 25, I'd like to try to get some rides elsewhere, and I do think getting something like a Street Fighter will help go on those nice long beautiful rides we have out here in Arizona. While we let that truck go, let's listen to that clitter clatter one last time with 24. Yeah. All right, let's dig it to go. One of these days I'll figure out the clutch. Bigger holiday, a lot of people. One thing we'll definitely try to get to next year is a little bit more track content. I'm going to try to do longer track videos, because, you know, seem to kind of enjoy them. I know they don't get a ton of views, but there's some people out there that like seeing the track itself. I might go to another track here in Arizona to go ride. We'll see. I definitely want to get training. One thing I didn't get to do this year, like I had planned back in October, was to take this out to the track and work with Chris Paris one-on-one and really get an idea of what this bike's all about, and do some training with a pro. And I wanted to share that with y'all. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to do it, so we'll try again next year. Tell you one thing I'm not doing, I'm not riding a friggin' bicycle up this hill. Crazy. Also next year, I've been trying to think of little things to do to the V4R, kind of like brake master cylinder, something to upgrade the bike a little bit that I can do, you know, DIY. My wife's Cafe Racer still has a clutch issue, or at least, well, I think a clutch issue, so doing that build and or repair, I definitely want to post that and make that a video. I think you'll enjoy it, and it might help some of you. Oh, this bike's good. Grown quite fond of the power delivery of the R. I like being aggressive with the throttle, and you might go, that's not aggressive. For me it is. And the R just allows you to do that. That S, it's potent. It's potent down low. Putin. Yeah, so something else I've been working on at home is I have a balcony, and it has some crazy water damage because of the previous owners and the crap they did. So this whole week and the week before, I've been kind of tearing it down, and we're starting to rebuild it now. So I have that project going, which is why, you know, the types of videos I got coming out are the way that they are. So there's a lot of life stuff going on here at the end of 2024 that I think once we get them cleared out of the way, you know, I can have more stuff for bike content and really just kind of put a little more effort in, a little more focus into some more videos for 2025. God, I'll tell you what, these V4s are just something gorgeous. You know, my ultimate bike is still the 1299 Superleggera. To me, it's the most beautiful. It's the perfect blend of raw and just the right amount of refined characteristics that they're just unmatched. It's just a crazy bike, and this thing is still amazing. Like I said, I still love it. I don't want to get rid of it if I don't really need to. We're kind of see what next year brings. Again, the idea is I love to build something for you. I love to do some DIY stuff, and again, this bike just isn't that bike to do it on. So what that looks like, again, a V2 is up there. I think I might stick with Ducatis in general. I know I mentioned the BMWs. I'll tell you what, in my heart and my soul, this is the brand of Ducati is, you know, what really sucked me into, it sounds dirty, what brought me into motorcycling the most and get a love for it. So I kind of want to stick with that. Like, I love the characteristics, the design, and all that stuff. I know some of the newer things is very controversial at the moment, but right now Ducatis are the way I want to go, and I kind of want to stick that to the platform of Ducati, the manufacturer that is. And I got a ton of support from On Any Moto, so it's like, while I can get support from the BMW dealership and they are fantastic, I just have a little bit better connection with the other On Any Moto down here. But look at you, ladies and gentlemen. If you had a fantastic 2024, or even if you didn't, you know, reach out, say hi, leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. Good, bad, indifferent. You know, we're a community, so if you're having a hard time, hey, leave a comment down below. I'm sure someone else out there, myself included, can lend some form of motivation and shininess to your life and make you kind of feel just a little bit better, just for once. You know what I mean? Or you might be featured on a video as a call out or something like that. Who knows? I mean, all that stuff's up for grabs. Also next year, I'd like to try to do some live videos. Bill did a bunch of them, especially in his garage, doing wrenching, and that may be what I would do as well. Like, sit in the garage, do some work, and yeah, get to see. Okay, it's done. I thought that was a chunk. I was like, oh my god! I praised these tires, and they chunked out, and it wasn't. Anyways, Bill did a lot of that stuff in his garage as well, and it had decent views. I know it wasn't a ton, but I think bringing some live stuff in would also help kind of build the community like I'd like to, and like Bill would as well. I know Bill wants to get in some videos himself, and you know, his schedule and his life, a lot going on. So, you know, when he can, he absolutely will. He is not gone. He reads the comments, he texts me, and we are always in communication. So he is not gone, ladies and gentlemen. Bill is still around. Show the love. I'm surprised at how few "Where's Bill" comments I've gotten as of late. I guess people finally watched the video explaining everything. That was like one of the funniest things. I was like, where's Bill? Where's Bill? Where's Bill? Like, there's an entire video of him explaining everything. But, you know, you've all been fantastic. I do appreciate each and every one of you, because it's weird to go, you know, from Bill with his personality, and then to me with my kind of dry personality and whatnot, and, you know, still accept me and still have the channel grow. We went well over 1 million views in this year, which for me is huge. You know, my other channel never got something that large. I think we're almost at 2 million, honestly. And we've gotten to 35,000 subscribers, which is good. Next year, I'd like to try to get to 40 and maybe 41. We'll see. But again, that's where me bringing some value to you all with the DIY or build video is going to help with that. But, you know, all that being said, I hope you all have a fantastic 2024. Looking forward to doing more stuff with you all in 2025. And you know what? I'm not all-knowing, and if there's certain things y'all would love to see, again, leave a comment down below, and let's really brainstorm this as a crowd and figure out if there's some really cool little nuanced things y'all would like to see that we might be able to work out. So, I'm going to continue up the road down up there. We'll record it, but the talking portion is pretty much over. Thank you for hanging around. Again, thank you for a fantastic 2024. We'll see you next year.